Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Well, we're coming up to the moment we've all been waiting for. Of course, we are talking about Jerome Powell in the morning. We'll be there live with Jerome Powell, and how's it all going to go? Well, we're all about to find out pretty soon. We're running a poll on Twitter at the moment to find out what you think. Is it going to be a rate hike, or is it going to be a pause, or is it going to be a pivot? Not many people think a pivot, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Okay, let's bring all the information up you need on the screen. Look below this video for all the information that you might need. And we're getting ready for a very big day tomorrow. The markets could crash. We've had 3 months now, 6 months now of a rally. We had a pause last time. Well, we didn't have a pause, we had a skip. Now where are we going to go? It's really important tomorrow. We'll be covering it live. It's going to be a big day. We hope everybody joins us for that. If you want to know about it, if you look on the homepage of the channel, just below, you will find tomorrow's FOMC report. Join us for that after the opening bell in the morning. Right, well, it's been a day today of two tails. We've been up at one point and then down again. Let's go through all our positions. This is my overall position. And you can see in my Roth IRA, I'm down because it's my biggest position with Tesla. So when Tesla goes down, my Roth goes down. That's kind of how it works. My overall portfolio is okay, but my Roth is under pressure now from Tesla. But that also means it can go up as well. So let's get into it. Okay. Let me just make a couple of slight tweaks here. Just make a couple of tweaks. I've just been adjusting my sound again, making some more adjustments, making some improvements, working on it. Let's bring all the comments into the chat. We've got T.O. Roll. Welcome, T.O. Roll. How are you? Mike, Jojo S. Hey, Fight Channel. Hello, indeed. T.O. Hi, T.O. Mr. Martyn Lucas, I want to say that you are right. I want to say that you are right tomorrow and that we're going to fly on the good news all together. Hey, wouldn't that be great? Hi, Jojo. Good to see you. Bought Mullen at 13. Oh, my gosh, really? I think Mullen is just awful scam stock right now, Mohammed. I wish you all the best with that. I'm not buying it, I have to say. T.O. Roll, good morning and welcome to Mike, he said. All right. Let's get straight into our positions. Let's see where we go in this afternoon. Let me make a slight tweak over on TikTok. There you go. Is that a bit better? Straightened up a bit. Okay. Now then, let's have a look at what we've got here. Our overall portfolio is just running behind the S&P right now, just a bit. Virgin Galactic, awful. Going down to 150 in my opinion. Absolutely terrible. The gold, I'm not touching it until it goes below 180. The S&P is up today, 0.38. It's up, but we could have a sell-off tomorrow. It's why I've trimmed off the top. I've taken a position off the top, but we'll see how it pans out tomorrow. Apple is up at the moment, just trimming off a bit. Sorry, Amazon, I beg your pardon. Apple is also up, just trimming off the top a bit. Next Era Energy, well, we bought this morning on the way down and it came back up again. So just very slightly, literally $1.46 out of the money. It popped up and then just fell away a bit. But I bought this for the dividends. I've got a month to be in it, but I don't want to be chasing it in the last few weeks when everybody else is buying it. So I'm in it for that. Enphase Energy is up today. Coca-Cola is down today. J&J doing very well. I sold a couple more shares today. Malk says, hi, Mike. 25 basis points priced in tomorrow. Anything more is a bloodbath on the streets. I don't see we're going to get that, UNO. I don't think we're going to get any more. I actually think we're going to get a pause, but we'll see. You are a wee bit hoarse, cold. No, everything's fine. It may be the sound. I'm still adjusting the sound and making tweaks all over the place. But I hope you don't think I have a bit of a hoarse throat. No, I hope not anyway. It may just be some tweaks that I've made or whatever. I'll listen to it back later on. From sunny Southampton in the UK. I played at the Mayflower Theatre in Southampton, as you probably remember me saying before. Hey chap, Maria Chin. Good morning. How are you, Maria Chin? Moving down, Mike says, hi Tio. Hi Malk. Who else we got here? Lucid earnings on the first week of August. Will buy if it dips. Lucid earnings. I'm out of Lucid. I'm not even touching Lucid again. I can't wait to get out of Mullen. All these scammy stocks. Awful. Mohammed. Hi, Mike. Francis. We got a new guest here. We got a new guest just turned up. Hello there. How you doing? What's your opinion about quarter results from Next Era Energy? Well, we reported on it this morning. Did you see the earnings? I was live and then I put out the earnings afterwards. If you've missed it, I will share with you. Here it is. This is the earnings earlier. It's now in the past live stream. There you go. This was the live stream of Next Era Energy on the past live streams. I also put it out as an edited enhanced video by itself. That's here on the videos, the latest video I've just put out. Go and check that out. The next earnings we've got, of course, is Google. And then we've got Tilray in the morning as well. No, I beg your pardon. After hours tonight. Yeah, after hours tonight is Google, Microsoft, Tilray in the morning. That's what I meant to say. Okay. What's my opinion? I was very happy with it. They beat on earnings comfortably. Their expectations has been raised. Everything about it was good. I was very happy to buy and hold. And yeah, absolutely. I am more than happy with that. I sold at the top, 76.06. I kept my main position. I just sold my Roth, so I wouldn't pay any tax on it anyway. And I sold at the top of 76. Then I bought back around the 75.30. So I saved nearly $1 a share. And I've now got more. I only had 9 on my Roth. Now I have 17. So I've nearly doubled my position on my Roth. And we're just about coming into the money, but the dividends alone, and they're increasing the dividend payments by 10%. So I anticipate over the next couple of weeks, as we approach ex-dividend date, you will see the stock price go back up again. So this is the time to buy it. Anyway. I'm not sure what will happen with the rate decision tomorrow as I'm resident in the UK. Either way, my portfolio is diverse and I hold defensive stocks as well. Bernard Foxon, very, very wise. Oh, we're just coming now into the money. Here we go. Horse voice. Why the long face? Why the long face? What's going on? I haven't got a long face or a horse voice. Why is anybody saying that? Yeah, it sounds like you're sick, Martin. Does it? Hang on, let me listen back. Let me listen back to what you're listening to. Very, very wise. Oh, we're just coming now into the money. Here we go. Horse voice. Why the long face? Why the long face? What's going on? I haven't got a long face or a horse voice. Why is anybody saying that? Yeah, it sounds like you're sick, Martin. Does it? I think it's have you not been in the last couple of days? We've improved the audio. We've now got a more radio voice. I've done a lot of work to give a tight radio sound, and that's probably what you're referring to. But it's not what you're used to, perhaps. The sound should be a lot clearer. It should have a lot more depth. It should have compression and all kinds of things. But I don't think it's that. Anyway. Craig Dimer, good afternoon to you. Are you a fan of yield max ETFs with 70% dividends? Absolutely not. 70% dividends sounds like a one-off deal from China. Sounds ridiculous to me. No stock can pay 70% dividends. Absolutely ridiculous. Caden, what are you on about? Anyway, how you doing today, my dear friend? Good to hear you. Good evening. Yes, agreed, Jojo. Martin sounds a bit hoarse. Okay, maybe this setting isn't very good, then I'll work on it again. If everyone's thinking that, maybe it's my ears need to be cleaned out. I don't know. Is Tilray the herb company? Tilray is cannabis stock. Wow, both Google and Microsoft tonight. Yes, we're covering them tonight. That's massive. We need to find a way to follow both. Martin, will you switch between both with your commentary? No, it's impossible. We can't do both. We can switch between, but we have to focus on one or the other because later on I will put it out. But yeah, we are covering both anyway. Old but gold, that joke. UNO. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'll get used to it. Take no notice, Martin. It's a sexy radio voice. Yeah, I was like, what's going on? It's shouldn't be sounding like weird. Anyway, old but gold, that joke. Anyway, sound won't matter with margin coming. Oh my God. I don't know why he always says that. Anyway. Looking at our position, we're just about to enter the money with NextEra Energy. Enphase up today, Coca-Cola up, J&J is up. Welcome everybody over on TikTok. How you all doing? Cash ready to invest if the base rate increases tomorrow and has a negative impact on prices. Going to be very, very interesting. Yes, we are covering it live. If you want to join us tomorrow for that event, I'm going to give you the link to it tomorrow, just in case. I'll make it easier for you. This is tomorrow. This is the Fed meeting tomorrow. We'll be there live, listening in, of course, as always. I will give you the link if you want to be the first person to like and click on it. It's going to be in between the opening and closing bell. Let me give it to you right there. There you go. There it is. So you can be in on that tomorrow. When your channel gets much bigger, Sensei could do the other one on your second channel. Yeah, that would be interesting. Hi, Paddy. Hopefully feeling great. What's your price targets for adding to Google and Microsoft? I haven't really got any funds to add, to be honest. I'm not looking to sell anything defensive. To be perfectly honest, knowing what could happen tomorrow, knowing that the stocks have rallied, I don't know if I want to be buying Google at the moment anyway, to be honest. So I don't think I'm going to be buying Google anyway, or Microsoft. I'm already in. I'm not going to be selling because I only have small positions, approaching about $800 on each position. But I'm not going to be selling anything, and I'm not going to be adding, I don't think, anyway. When you're, let's have a look. Hi, Steve, says Malk. Delph bought another 200 shares of Sava. Good news is on the way, says Delph. You should look into Yield Max ETFs where there's right cover calls over Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, ARKK, and they have paid out well and follow the price movement of Tesla, Nvidia, etc. The ticker is TSLY NVDY if you're wondering. Thank you, Caden. I'll take note of that. Thank you. Randy B. Hey, Martin, would you consider your top, what would you consider your top defensive stocks? Coca-Cola and J&J, Procter & Gamble as well, because it's very similar to J&J. Looking forward to that. I'll be watching. Thank you, Bernard Foxon. Good stuff. Right, the overall portfolio is coming up. Virgin Galactic is a joke right now. It's potentially going to $1.50. Not good at all. Gold, I'll buy under 180. The S&P is up today. Amazon up. Apple is up. NextEra Energy is trying to go up. It will do in a few weeks' time with the dividends. It's bound to. Enphase, Coca-Cola, J&J. I trimmed off the top. Keeps on going though. Chevron, Tesla. When Tesla breaks out, my portfolio is going to absolutely explode. My overall balance now is just 300 away from an all-time high. 57.8 is an all-time high. Now, for those of you who've not watched our show for a while, Caden's not been here for a while, you'll know I took $4,000 out of my account to pay for my new computer. I bought a Mac Studio M2 Ultra Chip, and that's how I can do a lot more things now in the show. And because of that, I took $4,000 out. So I'm actually up a lot now, but we're not using that as an excuse anymore now. But 57.8 was our record after we took the money out. So as you can see, we're doing very, very well. Just a little bit off the high at the moment. Have you ever looked at German software company SAP? No, I haven't, T.O. Roll. I'll take note of that as well. Does someone know the next support zone for space? There isn't really one. This is lows we've never been to before, so we can't really talk about support anymore. We're going to new all-time lows, and considering the flight is like sort of 12 days away, this is an absolute disaster. I'm not buying the stock at the moment. I see much better opportunity with interest rates potentially going up. That's another nail in the coffin. I think Virgin Galactic is continually downtrending. Despite flights and successes, it just does not want to go up at all. So I'm not putting any money into it. In fact, a few people have been disappointed with me, messaging me, saying, you keep saying Virgin Galactic's going down and you're an idiot. Well, it does keep going down, and I've said it can go to 150. And I don't understand those people, why they even bother watching. One guy said, well, you're not in the stock anymore. Why don't you just stop talking about it? I said, well, it's what I talk about. This is my show, and I rank #1 for Virgin Galactic, so I talk about it. If you don't like the news, don't turn the news on. I mean, it's like phoning up the BBC or Sky News going, all you ever talk about is the war in Ukraine. Can't you, so what? You're not supposed to report the news anymore because the news, you don't like it. I don't know what these people talk about, quite honestly. Makes no sense to me. But anyway, the news is the news. The facts are the facts. If you don't like them, go and read a book. Go and watch a film. I don't know what to say. But I'm not going to make up information for you just to make you feel good, because that's ridiculous. The stock is going down. And it has been. I keep reporting on it, and it keeps doing exactly what I said it would, when I said it would. So it's just a nightmare. Anyway, gold is up 0.56 today. Let's have a quick look at Bloomberg for a minute. See if we've got any breaking news there. Let's have a look. Everyone's preparing for Jerome Powell tomorrow, of course. Let's have a quick look in here. Here we go. Have a quick look at the numbers. Share with you on the screen. You can see the Dow Jones is up 0.2, the S&P is up 0.46, NASDAQ is up 0.89. Excellent stuff. Excuse me. So let's keep that on the screen just for a moment. I'll share with you a bit more. Here we go. The Dow Jones 0.19, S&P 0.45, NASDAQ up 0.87. Of course, tomorrow it all gets exciting with Jerome Powell. Now, we have run a poll on our Twitter with regard to what you see the rate hike going to. I'm going to bring it up now. You might like to vote on it, or should I say on X. Is it Twitter anymore, or is it X? I think Elon Musk is, I don't know, making a few random odd things, but that's Elon Musk, right? Is it Twitter or is it X? What's all that about? Anyway, here is our poll. I'm going to give you the link right now and see what you think of this. Copy link to tweet. Here we go. There is our poll. Let me give it to you there, and I'll share with you on the screen our poll. Thank you, Aman. There's our poll on Twitter or X. We've got 16 votes. 75% of you think the rate is going to go up. I actually say pause. One person, I think that is, says pivot. No chance of a pivot at all. That is very nice to think, but it actually isn't nice to think. If that happened, it would be irresponsible. Everybody knows it. I don't know what the hell would happen. It would be a free for all, and everything would collapse. But anyway, one person thinks a pivot. Nobody thinks a skip. Pause 18%, I'm in that camp, and rate up 75%, which is interesting actually, because the general sense of opinion on the stock market is we're going to get a rate hike, 99% apparently. So it's interesting that 18% of you are with me on this. Let's see if let's see if we're better than Wall Street. We will find out tomorrow. But anyway, if you'd like to vote on that, I'd like your thoughts on it. Kane Youngquist said, thank you. It's seriously free money. I've never experienced anything to be free money, but I appreciate your input on that. Switzer says, if space goes below 360, the next support is 330. I don't see any support. I know you're looking at charts, but really, I don't see any supports for Virgin Galactic at all. If you take into account everything else other than just the chart, I don't see any support for Virgin Galactic at all. It could easily go to 150, even though people don't want me to say it. I don't care. I'm saying what I feel and what I think and how it looks, and also from the people that I talk to. So there you go. Henrik, hi all. Hi Delph, what makes you say good news is coming about Sava? That's right, says Maria Chin. LOL, perhaps a better amplifier for talking about space is turning on the BBC News to find them talking about a pancake tossing competition in a village of Outer Mongolia. That's good. I like that. Jojo S says perhaps a better amplifier for talking about SPCE is turning on BBC News to find them talking about a pancake tossing competition in a village in Outer Mongolia. I love it. Results are very promising. Insiders are buying. It's heavily shorted, but let's look in a week. Delph, what stock are you referring to? Are you talking about Virgin Galactic? Anyway, let me know. All right, so there's the poll. Now let me give this poll to our friends watching over on Rumble. I'd like everyone to take part in this if we can. Thank you guys for joining me. Here is the poll if you'd like to take part, Rumblers. And let me give it to our Facebookers as well. Let me give it to you. Perhaps you might like to take part in the poll as well. There it is. It's an important poll. I'd like your thoughts on it, and I'll reply to all my members. If I get a chance, I'll reply to other people, but I always focus on the members now. It's becoming more and more apparent that that's the only way forward for many reasons. Yeah, that'll do. All right. I love that from Jojo S. That was funny. All right. The S&P still going up. Amazon going up again. Apple going up. Is it all going to go up for tomorrow and then be dumped? Well, I want to make sure I'm in defensive stocks, and I think NEE is pretty defensive, if I'm honest. Enphase just going down a bit, and also stocks that are undervalued right now. Got to remember, it's not just about defensive stocks. It's important to mention that. Actually, when you think about defensive stocks, don't just say defensive stocks. Think about stocks that are undervalued that aren't really going to sell off. Now you might say, well, Virgin Galactic is cheap. That ain't going to sell off. Well, no, because it doesn't make any money. Whereas we saw NEE this morning, Next Era Energy, its earnings is up, its profits are up, its expectations are up, everything's looking good. But they are down, and they are down, I think, undervalued right now. So that's why I bought more. And I'm hoping to see a profit even today. And then we'll be good to go again. All right, let's have a look. Stephen Lewandowski, I am one of the 99% energy. 99% energy is up, is a big part of JP decision, I think, to raise the rate 0.25. I am one of the 99%. Energy is up, is a big part of JP's decision, I think, to raise the rate of 0.25. Okay, well, let's see. I'm now in the money. There we go. I'm now in the money with Next Era Energy. Okay, I bought the dip. I sold at the top. That's 76.06. Bought all the way down. Kept buying, and now I'm actually up. There you go. You can see me coming up now. Good. Now then, over the next few weeks, it's going to go up. Let's read some more comments. Mika Flemons is here. Good afternoon. Aman, do you believe space will pick up after earnings? I I've got no reason at the moment, to think that Virgin Galactic is going anywhere. And I don't just gain this thoughts from looking at the chart every day, bearing in mind I do study it every day. I have done now for 2 years. I speak to people, I listen to what people are saying. I'm constantly having information sent to me. Things aren't good at the camp of Virgin Galactic. The staff aren't happy. Things aren't going as well as you'd like. And at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at this and go, we had a test flight, it went down. Another test flight, it went down. Another test flight, it went down. It keeps just going down and down and down. And people keep telling me that it's getting cheaper and cheaper and it's better and better. But I can't find at the moment, any of my large investors. I've got several friends that spend millions on shares of Apple and Amazon who will even entertain looking at it, let alone buying it. And I talk to those people and listen to those people. People send me information, and there's no reason to believe that they're going to recover. It could go just the way of Virgin Orbit. So I'm not very optimistic about it at the moment, obviously. I mean, I took my money out. I made a profit on it. I made 17%. And then I made a week of 1s and 2s and 5s. So I've made some money from it, but I don't see any sense in owning it right now. Anyway, there's better opportunities. I mean, why would you even entertain it when there's AI, EVs, tech? There's so many things to want to buy rather than this Rocket Labs. Rocket Lab, I beg your pardon. Solar, wind. There's so many better things. Why buy it? I mean, Anyway, let's read some of these comments. Randy B, have you taken a look at UPST up 20% today? No, I haven't, Randy B. Thanks for letting me know. If you're one of my members, I can do a full review for you and take a deep dive into a stock and everything. So it's a feature I do for my members. Zed Hink, 1988. Zach, how are you this afternoon? We've got Zach here on the phone. Do you want to hear Zach? This was when Zach called in before. Here he is. Where is he? Here he is.
Started watching on TikTok, and I was totally against doing stocks, but after watching you for about 5 to 7 days, I dove in, put $1,000 into Robinhood, and gave this a try. I've been watching what you've been doing. I've been following and trading the way that you've been trading. And today I made a profit after yesterday, so big thumbs up. It really was exciting to me. And all day today I've been waiting for the Virgin Galactic to take off and be able to reinvest and get back in, because I did that today with you.
Zed Hink, you said family friend of mine got fired. Are you talking about Virgin Galactic? I've heard lots of stories like this about Virgin Galactic, staff not happy and all sorts. Is that what you're referring to? Yes, you're right, Martin. Why buy space if you can buy plug? Well, I mean, there are so many companies. There are thousands. I'm not fully convinced with hydrogen. It's. I know plug is the leader in this field. However, it's down today nearly 4%. I've not been chasing it, by the way. I'm still doing research on it. I don't know if plug is the future. It's a great technology, and I think it could potentially belong. It could potentially belong on trains and perhaps buses, but it's just so inefficient, so expensive. I mean, it's great saying it's clean, but it's so expensive. You got to put 10 times in to get to what what you get out. So it's a very bad ratio. Anyway, it's worth looking at and being involved in. But anyway, dissolved training his contract was never renewed. Dissolved training contractors. Okay, Zed Hink. Okay, thank you for that. All right, SNP. Oops. My coffee's just arrived. Let's have a quick sip of this. Can I give you this one? The world is watching me drink my tea. I mean, what can I say? It's a funny latte this time. Oh, we're getting posh now. Hey, we're getting posh. I've got the latte now. Okay, fantastic. let's carry on. We've got 29 minutes to go. It's very hot here today. It's absolutely insanely hot here in Texas today. I hope you're safe wherever you are, and all the people in Greece and all those places where the fires are. It's absolutely terrible. But anyway, wish everybody the very, very best. Hey, I've just had a wonderful super chat here. Thank you for the in-depth research and the entertainment. You're an important part of my investment decisions. Love you, man. Craig Dimer. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Appreciate that, mate. Very, very nice of you. Thanks a lot. That's very, very nice of you. Where are you from again, Craig? What country are you from? Right, let's keep an eye on what's going on. Let's go over here a minute. You see our overall portfolio. 57.8 is our all-time high. Just off on the Roth, that's because of Tesla. But we're holding our position. Oh, here we go.
Thank you for the in-depth research and the entertainment. You're an important part of my investment decisions. Love you, man.
Thank you very much. Love you all too. Yeah, it's the best job in the world for me, this. Even though it is extremely hot today. Anyway, Virgin Galactic coming back up. Still not buying it. Don't see any point. Don't see any point at all. S&P trimming off. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. So let me go over to our poll and see what everybody thinks. We've got 16 votes now. Let me share with you on the screen what we've got here for the vote tonight. We've got 75% saying the rate's going to go up. 18.8 are with me saying a pause. That's what I think. We shall see if I'm right. But that's what I think. I think we're having the effect. Just got to keep applying it. And there we go. We love you, Martin. We know you're. Delph. It's very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. Just doing my best. 100 out here. 100 out here in SWFL, Southwest Florida. Yeah, you think it's hot there? Forget it, mate. It's 115. It's been 115 here in Texas. So it's ridiculous. It's quite incredible. But when you think about it, and I always like to think about this, it's an incredible thing that there's a human space that we occupy in the solar system that is micro thin. If it went one bit more or one bit less, you'd be into figures from solar system figures, thousands and thousands of degrees up and thousands of degrees down. But on planet Earth, we have this extremely thin area that humans can survive in. The solar system is going to be around forever. Are we going to be around forever? Well, it's getting harder to live on planet Earth right now. There's no question about that. And it doesn't have to change by the smallest amount. 0.00001 of what the planet has available to it, up or down, left or right, and we won't be here anymore. It's quite frightening, really. But there you go. We need the planet. The planet doesn't need us, I don't think. We're merely an inconvenience, I think, for the planet. Anyway, we shall see what happens. Dogecoin looking good. Shall we have a look at our crypto today? Dogecoin up 10%. I do hold some Doge, by the way. A reasonable amount. There's Doge today up 10%. XDC, this is our crypto bubbles, looking good. What else have we got? CAS up 2.4, MKR up 4.8. Let's look for our XRP. Do we see it anywhere? Anywhere showing up there? I can't see XRP on the list tonight. It's not featuring. But no, I don't think so, unless it's in red. And don't want to look for it if it's in red. Don't see it just there, but I could search for it, but I wasn't going to. Anyway, gives you an idea. Dogecoin, without a doubt, is doing very well today. No doubt about that. Thanks for pointing that out, Sensei. All right. Okay, we've got 20 minutes to go. Everyone's voted on the poll, I hope. And thanks, Delph. I'm scooping up some shares now on Sava. There we go. Top tip there from Delph about Sava. Thanks, Delph. I'm scooping up some shares now. I'm fully invested at the moment. There's nothing I want to buy, nothing I want to sell. I bought my positions on my my solar this morning with Enphase Energy. I increased my position. I sold at the top, bought at the bottom. I'm now in the money. I've got more than I've ever had before. I've got 17 shares in my Roth, and I've got 43 shares in my brokerage account. And I've got to about 3.5 weeks to be in for the dividends, and they'll announce on the 28th. So this Friday, we will announce what the dividends are going to be, and then you've got the ex-dividend date to be in by that time. And that's looking pretty good to me. Anyway, very small next to CSPR and MIMX, yes. Oh, that's where XRP is. Very small next to CSPR. Very small next to CR. Hang on a minute. I don't see it. Am I going blind? Very small next to CSPR. So it's here somewhere, is it? Am I just looking at it and not being able to see it? It doesn't matter. Because all you got to do, if you really want to know, you just go down here and you type it in. I mean, it's not hard. This is what you do, and you can see. And we can see today it's down 0.01. There it is. That's how you do it. Under TAO. Can you actually see it on the screen? I can't see TAO. Am I blind or what? Probably. He's looking at it. Oh, that's it there. Oh, I see. There you go. You're damn right it was small. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. It was right there. Do you know, I was looking at that X, and I was thinking if it was an exit on, cross or whatever. Of course, that was the logo for XRP. What an idiot. Didn't even notice it. Anyway, moving swiftly along. Thank you very much indeed for that. Nothing we want to buy, nothing we want to sell. Fancy a pint down the pub, Jojo S. I'd bloody love it, mate. I would absolutely bloody love it. I miss Cornwall. I miss England. Going down the pub, walking on the beach. Oh, you've no idea. I live in this studio. I'm surrounded by concrete. It's, miss it. Absolutely. But, it's my work. This is what I'm doing right now, and I love it. But yeah, I do miss the fresh air. You're damn right. Anyway, welcome everybody over there on TikTok. Welcome everybody on Rumble and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Rumble, of course. But we're getting ready for tomorrow morning. We're going to be live. Now, tonight, we've got Google's earnings. In a few moments' time, I'm going to end the stream and go straight over to Google's earnings. Need to give you a call about the Clips channel. Okay, you got it. Yeah. Okay, I won't be available tonight. I'm going straight from this into Google, and then I've got to extremely quickly edit it and post it, and then I've got to meet a lady for a wedding. She's hiring me for a wedding. Latte time. Oh, you can't beat. I always have a latte in the afternoon, don't I? A little bit of cream and a little bit of chocolate on the top. There you go. Anyway, just behind the S&P right now, and that's because I've gone more into look, Virgin Galactic. Look, still keeps going. People keep buying it, thinking it's the bottom. It's not the bottom. It can go to 150. Anyway. gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple, NEE, Enphase. The energy has gone out of the market. I don't know if you can feel it, but it has. J&J just keeps on running. Maybe I should have never sold any J&J. Just sometimes I often think of that. It would be nice to have a portfolio that I only buy the S&P and do absolutely no trading whatsoever. Just buy it, hold it, and whenever it dips, add a bit more and just buy it like that. I mean, you could buy it every week, but I think it's best to buy on dips and just do absolutely nothing and see if doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing beats doing everything. I mean, it's worth thinking about, isn't it? Anyway, Hi Sensei says, Paddy, welcome. All right. Tesla, Rivian, McDonald's. A couple of days before McDonald's now. 15 minutes to go. Then we're going to go over to Google. So let's have a look. Google earnings. Now, I've got a position in Google. I'm up at 37%. There's no dividend to be earned here. Expectations are up. Of recent times, they've missed their earnings, apart from the last one. Look, miss. They beat on Q1. Will they beat on Q2? I don't know. The stock is expensive now anyway. I mean, it's got an earnings ratio of 26 times. So you can see that there. I'm not just going to jump in with it. Certainly not until tomorrow's reaction. I don't care what they do. So tonight's earnings, I have to say, is a bit muted. If it does well and if it plows up, well, great. I've got a position. I'm also in Microsoft. What are you doing tonight? I'm up 45% on Microsoft, you know, a lot of AI in this. If it goes up, then it goes up. Am I going to sell it? No, I'm just going to leave it. It's in my brokerage anyway. I don't sell what's in my brokerage. I only tend to sell what's in my Roth. I'm trying to just leave everything alone in my brokerage. Buy on dips if I want to buy more when I introduce more money, but not sell, only sell on my Roth. That way I can build up my Roth by trading and my main account, never sell, just keep buying the dips. I think that's a good way forward. That's what I've been doing this year, pretty much. Okay, good luck, says Delph. I'm following Savo for more than a year now. Can be very volatile. Let's catch up next week. Delph, thank you very much indeed. You off then, are you? You're going to miss our Google earnings. This is the Google earnings tonight. Right here, let me give everyone the link. We're going to be going there very shortly for the Google earnings. Right after the bell, we'll be going there. So it doesn't really matter what it does. If it goes up and beats, and then my stock goes up, that's great. But I'm not really looking to buy anything, or even sell for that matter. Anyway. Let's have a look who's with us this afternoon. Let's do a bit of housework, shall we? I want to see if I can get 30 likes on the stream today. 38. Let's have a little look. We've got 38 watching. Just a regular show this afternoon. Nothing special about today's show. 38 watching. We've got 18 likes. If you could help me out by tapping the like button. If you do that, it'll recommend my videos to you if you like this content. If you don't, then please click the down like button, and then you won't see it anymore, and it won't show you. And that's good if you don't want to see it, and we get a more engaged audience, and you don't get to see what you don't want to see. So don't just sit there. Do something. Tap the like or tap the down like. Just do something. All right. If it's your very first time, consider subscribing and ringing the bell to my channel. The reason why you ring the bell is for breaking news. So there you go. Zed Hink said, I've already done it. You got the thumb. Brilliant. Glad to hear it. All right. Okay. So Virgin Galactic's going back down again. Gold's running away. S&P's trimming off a little bit now. Amazon. Microsoft earnings. Yep. Microsoft, what about it? Microsoft earnings and Google earnings we are covering tonight. We've just been talking about it. As I say, if each of these companies beat, it doesn't... I mean, it's good if they beat. It's good if they beat for the economy and the markets and everything else. But I'm not actually looking to sell or buy anymore. Positive intent is here. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Oops, I'm on the wrong screen. Didn't even realize I was there. All right. What happened with the inflation today? The inflation today. Inflation is the inflation. The rate hike decision is tomorrow. Positive intent. We're covering it live on our show tomorrow. Today was the earnings for next year energy, and after hours we've got Google and Microsoft. 10 minutes to go. I'll open up the broadcast lounge, have a quick look in there. If anybody wants to call in, Sensei can call in. If Sensei wants to call in, or anybody else, any member, the broadcast lounge is now open. All right. Gold, the S&P, Amazon, Apple, still running, 17% up now. NEE, 10% rise on dividends, just in the money. Enphase going up again, still 8% down. Coca-Cola just trimmed off, but we made 3% over the last few days. I haven't sold any positions there. J&J running. Chevron, not really performing that well. It's great that it's gone up, but I bought too high. I'm up 4.71 this week and 6% over the month, but I bought too high. Another thing that happens, you can get heavily manipulated by watching CNBC. I noticed that. I measure all the things they say, and I bought Chevron the day I listened to an analyst say Chevron's a buy. And it literally, as I bought it, it just went down and down and down for weeks. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought, this is ridiculous. I'm buying it at a high. They were talking about the buybacks. Well, when I researched it, the buybacks had pretty much already happened and been priced in, but they were encouraging people to buy the stock. So all I ended up doing was I bought up here and it just went down and down and down and down and down. I was like, bloody hell, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I think it was around about here. Anyway, so be very careful when you listen to these TV shows. They're there to benefit themselves. Anyway, we got Sensei in the house. Looks like we got Sensei on the show this afternoon. Nice to hear from him. So, he's got some charts by the looks of things. He's with his new fancy setup. So I'll bring him on there. I'll bring him up in a second. He's just getting ready. It looks like he's ready to go, actually. When you're ready to go, Sensei, unmute your microphone, and that can be your signal that you're good to go. Oh, looks like he's done it. All right, so it looks like we've got Sensei on the show this afternoon. So we are going to welcome Sensei in the house. Good afternoon, Sensei. How are you this afternoon? Welcome to the show.
Hello, Martin. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'm doing well this afternoon. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I was a bit worried at first. People were saying you've got a hoarse voice and you sound like you got a cold. I think some people haven't heard the new radio sound yet and just getting used to it. But I've had to make a few adjustments today. You never guess what I did yesterday. I spent all that time building my sound up, and I forgot to save the settings. So I had to start all over again today. So today it isn't quite the same. So I've got to spend some time working it all out. But anyway, that's me.
Oh no, what a shame.
Eh?
So that's annoying. That's very annoying.
Didn't click the save button. Anyway, what's going on, mate?
Yeah, not much. You open up the broadcast lounge and I can hold myself back. I love showing these charts and seeing as we've got Microsoft and Google earnings, I thought I'll show you what it's showing from a chart perspective, what I'm looking for today.
All right.
Uh, yeah, so I'm looking at Microsoft now, and I think basically it's at all-time highs. This is the weekly chart, and the last time it was at this level was at November of 2021 during the frenzy of the bull market. Last week we did have a sort of a push up higher. So what I'm watching here is, are we going to have good earnings, or are we going to have a double top? Is this going to signify something more major? If we don't break out from this $350 mark, is this going to be the top for the market? Are these earnings going to signify something? So on Microsoft's perspective, this is we are really hoping to have good earnings. We're hoping to have a beat. We're hoping to break this level. We don't want this to turn into a massive double top. And if we look at Google's a bit different. There's nothing. It's not at all-time highs. There's nothing too major if we get rid of the fibs. I'm looking at Google and I'm thinking there's not much. I mean, we'd like to get above this level, get some higher highs, but for Google we have a lot higher that we can run. Same with Microsoft. But Microsoft's at a key level. Google isn't as at a key level, so Google has more leeway. So it'll be interesting to see what these two major companies report as earnings, as it's such a tricky sort of time in the market, and I think it'll signify a lot for the months ahead, and it might imply, it might give us some details if recession is coming, how these big companies are coping with these interest rates, and if there's layoffs coming, and it will be really interesting to watch tonight.
I agree. I think. Oh, I've got you. You've got my sound coming through there somewhere. That's better. I agree with you, and I think you'd be quite brave, wouldn't you, to be buying Microsoft or Google tonight, because, like you say, Microsoft is a high and Google isn't quite there yet. But with the uncertainty, literally hours away tomorrow with Jerome Powell, you'd be pretty brave to buy these stocks at this point, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think the time for buying is when you were buying, when you called the bottom of the market. I think at this point, especially with something like Microsoft at all-time highs, do you want to be buying it now? Is it signifying that is there any buy signals? Are we at a low risk area? And I don't think so. I mean, Microsoft's at all-time highs. I don't want to be buying these stocks, and there's so many fears in the market. I don't want to be buying it now, and I think you would be very brave buying something like Microsoft right now.
Yeah, exactly. And if we look at Microsoft this year on the 1 year chart, we're up 34% in the past year. I mean, that's running a lot, isn't it? I mean, particularly with the fears of everything we've got tomorrow, you'd be pretty brave to buy that. I'm not buying it, like you say. I was buying it in November, December, running up, and I'm up 50. I'm up. Where am I now on my brokerage? I'm up 46%, and on my Google, I'm up. What am I now? I'm up 37% this year. So I'm not looking to buy. I'd love to own more, but I don't think this is the time to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, even Microsoft, I like to look at things as more of long term. I'm looking on the weekly chart, and we're sort of in this. We're overbought, and the last time we were overbought was in November of 2021, and that signified the top. So it would be a very you would have to be very bullish to buy Microsoft at this point. I mean, at the end of the day, if it does have great earnings, the company's doing well, and it could break out and present new all-time highs. But it's just, I'm looking at risk to reward, and I don't think buying at all-time highs or a potential double top is the best place to be buying Microsoft.
No.
Yeah, it's not to say Microsoft can't have great earnings and push high and have a massive breakout. It could, but that would mean that the company has to be doing really well. Yeah, so it's a tricky one. I wouldn't be buying, especially Microsoft. I wouldn't be buying right now. I would be taking risks, if anything.
No, and even if it did rally tonight and then tomorrow we do get a rate hike, then it could all crash down again. So you'd want to be out pretty quickly, even if you did buy now, right?
Yes, yeah. You could be buying it for a quick pop, and then be selling into tomorrow. I mean, looking at the S&P, It's looking good. It's got above the level, sort of the 786. So it's looking good going into tomorrow. So if we do have a pause, as you say, this would be the perfect place to have it, because we're above the 786. We've had a bullish couple last few days, so it's set up perfectly for a good run up. Obviously, I don't personally believe we will, and even if we don't, it just depends, again, what Fed Chairman Powell will say in his speech. Is he going to signify this is the last one? Is he going to signify this is the end? Is he going to tell us how long that they're expecting to keep rates this high? Are we looking into March of next year, like the market is pricing in? If he brings it forward a bit, then there's reasons the market can still go up. So it'll be tomorrow's sort of a really big day, expecting a lot of volatility, and everyone should be prepared.
What was your vote? Are you a pause? Are you a raise? Are you a skip? What was your point?
I'm a pause. No, I'm not a pause. I'm a rate. I think he's going to raise it by another 0.25 basis points.
0.25. Okay.
Points. But yeah, I think he's just going to have I think he's going to raise.
Well, we shall find out in the morning. Thank you for calling in, Sensei. We're going to wrap up this show in a couple of minutes' time. We're going to ring the Sensei bell. Then we're going to end the show, and then we're going to be right back with Google's earnings. We will keep our eye on Microsoft as well. And then, of course, tomorrow morning we're back, and then we're straight into the FOMC report. As always, Sensei, thanks for calling in.
Thanks for having me on, Martin. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Thank you very much indeed. There's Sensei calling in this afternoon. Always a welcome guest. Our members can always call in if you want to be part of the show. You can share your thoughts. You're always very, very welcome. So there you go. I agree with Sensei on that. I'm not buying Microsoft right now. I mean, if it goes up, great. Of course, I own it, and I'll hold it. I want to own it. My only regret, perhaps if I have any regrets, is not buying more when I had the opportunity, because at the end of the day, I want to own Google and Microsoft. This was back in November when we wasn't really thinking about AI at that point, but we are now. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Anyway, there we go. We're just a few moments away now. We're about to ring the bell in a minute's time. Then we'll do a very, very quick day trader of the day. Very, very quick indeed. And then we'll end the show, and we'll be right back with Google's earnings, and we will keep an eye on Microsoft as well. The earnings will be out any second now. In fact, just after we ring the bell, the earnings will be out. So we're getting ready now. We've got 1 minute to go. Get your scores ready. So as soon as the bell's gone, we will actually do day trader of the day and then get straight into the earnings on the next show. Here we go. 1 minute to go. And as you can see, Google is going down. Sorry, the overall portfolio is going down now. Virgin Galactic still going down. I still see 150 on the horizon. Gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple. Right, we're starting to sell off now, and I'm just seeing my NEE go up. This is exactly what I planned for. If this can go up and make some money for tomorrow, this will be very nice. And it is going up now. Oh, and it's gaining a little bit extra as well. Just starting to move. All right, 40 seconds to go. Let's keep our eye on NEE because it was our earnings today. Right, we've just got a few seconds to go. We're about to ring the bell. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the bell has now gone. We're in the after hours. Let's have a quick rundown and let's see what is moving this afternoon. Let's have a quick look across the board. Let's do day trader of the day. So our overall portfolio is just falling back a bit. Virgin Galactic is flat on the after hours. Gold is still going up. S&P is just trimming off. Amazon's coming back. Apple, here goes Apple. Next year energy is going up in the after hours. Fantastic, really, really good. Enphase still going up. Coca-Cola. Pretty much flat now. J&J just trimming off slightly. And here we go. We're coming on now to Tesla. Is up on the after hours, but down today. Rivian. And here it is. Hang on, one more to go. Google, here we go. It's just gone up in the after hours. Let me refresh. You never know. We might have the figures on here. I'm not getting the figures from the website. I'm not doing that. We can see pretty much they're not showing yet, but Microsoft bouncing around there. Oops, look at that. Oh, massive. There it goes. Taking some profits there, going down quickly, back up again. Google bouncing up and down very quickly. It's the two biggest companies, with Apple, of course, reporting tonight. It's a big evening for the markets, just the day before. Can't see. Whoops, beg your pardon. I was stuck on the bell screen. There you go. Thank you, Sensei. All right, we're going back down. And there goes Microsoft. There goes Microsoft. A big sell-off. What the earnings must have come out, even though we're not showing it. It's a massive drop. There you go. We're down 2.8. We were up 1.7, so we had a swing there of the 4%. And I was considering selling it before this, but I'm not going to. They're up and down like a yo-yo. Up and down like a yo-yo. We've not got the figures there. So we're going to get out of this quickly and we're going to come back with the earnings. And Google's done the very opposite. Look at that go. See, you could never guess this. You could never guess it. You don't know which one's going to move. You've got Google flying up and Microsoft tumbling. So what can you say? But it's moving. It's extremely volatile. It's up, it's down, it's up. Incredible. So it's like a flipping horse race. You've got no idea of knowing where this is going. We could get the figures, but we're not looking at it right now because we're going to end the show. We're just showing you the action right now and seeing if Robinhood have made it easy for me. I doubt if they have, but no. It normally comes in about 10 minutes on Robinhood. Anyway, look at that. We're up nearly 3% now. I've got a decent position in my I say decent. It's only 2% of my portfolio, but it's great that it's going up. But anyway, there we go. Google's going up, yes, and Microsoft's going down. Let me end this show. We won't do day trader of the day. We want to get out very quickly and be back in just a couple of minutes' time. So just very quickly, I do always want to thank those that give me some sort of support during the show. So I want to roll the credits very quickly just to thank those that supported me. There was one super chat today. So here we go. I'll see you back in a minute. And we've got Craig Dimer gave me a wonderful super chat. Google is now up to 3%. It's running. Google is up 3%. So the overall portfolio is going down though, but Google is having a nice rally this evening. Right, I will see you back in a few minutes time. Join me for the earnings of Google and Microsoft will listen in. See you back in a couple of minutes time. Thank you for the super chats, all of you. I really appreciate it a lot. And don't go away. We're up now nearly 4% with Google. It's bouncing all over the place. See you back in a couple of minutes. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves. You take your money, your crypto, and most importantly, each other. See you back in a couple of minutes.